This afternoon's meeting between representatives of the BSCFA and Prime Minister Dean Barrow at the Belize Biltmore Plaza lasted only an hour and a half. That was long enough for the glad tidings to be discharged, and all parties emerged smiling at 3:30.
There's been agreement in principle with the position that I brought back from the ASR meeting. Naturally, the directors will now convene an emergency general meeting on Sunday, and their acceptance will need to be ratified by the general meeting. But at this level, there is an acceptance of the position. We're therefore preparing to start the crop as soon as may be possible, and we're preparing to start the negotiations between the BSCFA and BSI, which negotiations will proceed on the basis that payment for bagasse is due, but that of course quantum must be agreed.
Well, in principle, it looks very good. What he has reported to us, what ASR sent to him in their letter, that they compromised themselves for payment of bagasse to the farmers. And based on what he have mentioned to us, we'll be calling a meeting with our farmers on Sunday to report to them what we have garnered from the Prime Minister today on this meeting.
According to Prime Minister Barrow, up to this morning, ASR had serious concerns about the repercussions of giving in to the demands of cane farmers, but came around in the end. Where the breach of the impasse is concerned, the PM gave credit where he feels it was due.
I will tell you that they said the only reason they agreed was because of my intervention and that of the government of Belize, and leave it at that. No, on a serious note, they did say that. Up to this morning, they were insistent on their position and expressed all sorts of fears as to the future should they agree with what government was requiring. They thought it would set a bad precedent, but we were able to talk the whole thing through, and in the end, obviously, they were convinced that this is the only way to go, and that it is the right thing for the industry, for Belize, and ultimately for ASR.
There has thus far been no talk of quantum. This Sunday, the BSCFA will meet with cane farmers to update them and receive a new mandate. If that goes as expected, the first talks to discuss figures will be held with BSI as early as next week Thursday.
We have placed a date when we had the first meeting with the Prime Minister, at least not more than 4 months for us to finalize the negotiation. So this will remain in focus on our side, that we'll place a time frame on them, that we cannot go more or to a certain point, and I believe that it should be not more than 4 months for us to finalize that negotiation in regards to the quantum of the payment for bagasse. We have certain things that we have agreed upon in our agreement. We have a certain percentage that we have reached upon in an agreement. So what we will do, and that is where we will be sitting with them on Thursday, if we commit to meet on Thursday, to continue with the agreement, and well know that the bagasse will be included on that now. What we are looking forward is to sign that there will be payment for bagasse. Now, what will take the longer period of time, if there is any, and it will be for the quantum on the payment for bagasse. So we should see a signing for the agreement before we can, or before there is a payment, actual payment for the bagasse.
It is hopeful that if the dispute is resolved and everything else falls into place, the crop could start in early January. Mike Rodon for News 5.